What is going on, everybody? Thank you yet again for tuning into the channel. I am your host, Zaya X, back again with another discussion topic. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Let's go ahead and talk, man. Let's talk about these new Tiffany SBs, aka new Diamond Dunks, that are supposed to be releasing. Originally, I had a few people tagging me. I believe it was the beginning of last week, if not the week before that. Quite a few people were tagging me when the black pair, when the images of the black pair released. And, you know, when I looked at it, you know, first and foremost, I am only the owner of the low. Everyone knows what this one is. All right. This is the Diamond Dunk. This is the original one that they released. OK, I am the owner of one pair. At one point in time, I used to have two pairs, but I'm not the biggest fan of the shoe. It's an alright shoe. I don't like when you wear it. I feel like it creases in like all the wrong places, so I don't really like wear it that often. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've actually contemplated getting rid of these, just because they're just you know, they've never really been my thing, man. This has always been the thing of someone else that I supported at the time that I supported them, and so, you know, that's why I had a pair. But they're just not a shoe that really stands out to me. I know a lot of people are going to be saying, you know, that's crazy or whatever the case may be. You know, I'm just being honest, man. You know, it's a dope shoe. I like the colorway. I just don't like, which I'm a supporter that shoes are supposed to crease, but I just don't like these, man. They just crease in all the wrong places. I don't know. And especially the toe box. The creasing on the toe box is really, really nasty. It almost like creases like in a different direction. It doesn't crease the traditional. When you look at it, it looks like it's the traditional just straight across, but I feel like it creases in like different angles and shit. And sometimes it creases like right here in the mid box. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's just never been one of my favorite SBs, you know, plain and simple. So everyone knows that I do have it because, you know, a lot of people were tagging me in the new images of the Nike SB. So before we get into that, man, I want to know people's opinion. Are we under the impression that Nike SB is dead? The wave of Nike SB is dead. There was once a point in time when, you know, Nike SBs were pretty sought after. Now, when you're thinking about that, I want you to also think, just because resellers are copying doesn't mean that the wave is alive. Resellers, me being one of them, will cop anything that has a flip to it, that has a value, that has resell to it. That doesn't necessarily mean anything is hot. This is what I've always tried to explain to people, especially about like Yeezys and stuff like that. Yeezys ain't hot because they have resale value. That don't mean that they hot, because now that they barely have resale value, they not as hot as they used to be, right? So when I ask you if you think the SB wave is dead, I don't want you to just assume that it's not dead because people are copying to flip. That doesn't mean that it's alive or dead. Are people genuinely happy for these Nike SB releases? Are people genuinely getting online to purchase, to wear, to floss, to show off? Just because you're copying the flip doesn't mean something's hot. So when I first seen the images of the low, the black version, I was a little turned off. One of the main reasons is that the quality on this one is amazing. It's good quality. When they followed up with the Diamond Dunk High, that was some of the shittiest quality that I've seen in a while, especially when you're thinking Tiffany highs. I remember being on that camp out line, and you know, when you finally got them in hand, they just felt so cheap. When you finally got them on foot, they were just so like uncomfortable, and it just didn't resonate with me how, you know, you got a shoe that holds such high regards in some SB collectors, you know, SB collectors in general. And then, you know, you follow it up with an SB high that was just really, really poor quality. So now we're going back to the lows. They're releasing a new Diamond Dunk. The black version, with the tearaway swoosh that reveals the Tiffany blue underneath. Yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it, man. It just wasn't catching my attention. I just felt it was a little too plain for my taste, especially if you take away the swoosh. It just sucks because you either have to take the swoosh off or you have to slightly lower the swoosh to where you can kind of see both colors. So it's not like the sneaker had the both colorways on them. So, you know, with that, I was a little disappointed because in this one, you actually have the silver, you got the black, and you got that Tiffany blue. And they all have their own specific spot on the shoe. Versus this particular shoe, you've gotta deliberately move the swoosh around in order to show off some of that Tiffany blue. Regardless, I wasn't impressed by the black one. A few people asked me if I was gonna cop for self, and you know, I kept it 100. I'll cop to resell, but I ain't gonna cop for self, man. I don't need that in my collection. I barely kind of want these, man. Like, they're here, like, you know, I take advantage of them, I wear them here and there, but you know, they're not top of my list. Like, if I really needed cash, that could be a shoe that could go. So that black version wasn't impressive at all. Now, when the white version came out, I was even less impressed. I don't know, it's just something about white shoes. Like, you've got to really hit on it. So now on the white shoe, I believe that when I first seen it, I thought that translucent bottom, they should have put that on the black shoe and then the black bottom on the white shoe. I don't know, give it a little contrast. So those were my thoughts on that. And I didn't really think it was important enough to discuss last week, so I didn't really touch on it. But then they released images of the yellow version. Now, the yellow version has me completely confused because there was never yellow associated with this shoe. Does it look, do I like how it looks? Of course. Remember, my whole thing is wow, the wow factor. And I like that Tiffany with that silver sitting on that real nice yellow. I feel like that's like a tour yellow, right? So when I seen the yellow version, I was like, yeah, you know, if I'm gonna fuck with any of them, it's gonna be that yellow version. Now, that was before I knew that the yellow version was something that was going to be exclusive. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be exclusive to Complexcon or if it was just it was supposed to be exclusive in general. But if I can get my hands on it, then I will. But that resale right now is looking a little crazy, so I might wait till it dies down. I feel like on Nike SBs, the resale is there like the first day or two, and then they fucking tank. And that's because I believe that Nike SB is somewhat dead. I don't know if there's been a shift in designers. I don't know if there's been a, I kind of liked, it sounds crazy, but I kind of liked when Nike was getting sued left and right. You know, Nike SB for jacking styles or jacking concepts and not clearing it. Like, that always added like a little bit of mystique to the shoe. And now I just feel like a lot of the versions that they're coming out with are kind of shitty. They don't have as much padding. I've noticed, like right here, this padding, they've almost taken it out of all the Nike SBs. So I'm not buying some shit. Like, literally, it's just nothing there. It's just that frame portion of the back heel, but no padding. And then the tongue has lost all the padding. And those were the things that, to me, made Nike SB kind of stand out as a dope shoe. But with that being gone, you've obviously noticed I haven't purchased a lot of Nike SBs at all. Sort of just looking for a few old ones, and that's about it. But, yeah, to me, Nike SB is, not really popping. So any release that they do have is strictly probably for resale value. So I wouldn't give, you know, that credit to Nike SB to say, yo, Nike SB's back, the new Diamond Dunk. No, most of you motherfuckers is copping that Diamond Dunk to flip, bro. Y'all niggas don't really want that shit. Stop it, man. Stop playing around. Y'all probably want the yellow one, just like I want the yellow one. It's a fly looking shoe. Now, don't get me wrong. I heard the yellow one going for some bread, so a lot of y'all gonna be on that wave too. You know what I mean? It's not that you actually like the shoe. You just see the resale value in it. But as far as the yellow one, I do like it. I think it's pretty hot. I'm seeing a little cushion in the back heel. I'm seeing a little padding in the tongue. I'm impressed. You know, the whole tearaway swoosh. I guess that's cool, sitting on that yellow that yellow base. Really fire. So now Complexcon was this weekend, and I haven't been to Complexcon at all. I'm hoping I'm gonna go next year. I said that last year, but we'll see next year. I want to go as like a guest. A lot of the people that were going this year wanted me to go as like a buyer. And the thing is that I don't want to be over there. I've already heard motherfuckers be fighting, all that type of shit. And I'm not up for all that bullshit, fighting over shoes. And, you know, we have to step outside and shoot and square up and shit. Which, before we get into anything, let's roll this footage that I got from Complexcon, allegedly, of some motherfuckers throwing bows to get some shoes. Roll.
Can I please get a waffle? Oh.
You know, as you can see there, motherfuckers is out there fighting for shoes, fisticuffs, throwing bows for shoes, and I'm not with all that, man. So, you know, if I could get it, I could get it. If I can't, I can't. So, I think I might make my way to Complexcon next year. I'm looking forward to seeing all the footage of my favorite, you know, I guess you would say YouTubers, my favorite YouTubers that I saw were out there. I'm looking forward to seeing their content, to seeing how it went down, and then probably I'll make my way out there. But from what I'm hearing, you know, touching on this Diamond Dunk situation, the yellow joints were supposed to release at Complexcon, and unfortunately were not. We do have a little bit of footage. Supposedly this is a shutdown of the Diamond booth, I guess. They shut it down, and then they escorted all the pairs out. Now, as I'm looking at them escorting all the pairs out, it doesn't really look like a lot of pairs. So that's, you know, maybe what, like 100, 150? Right there. And that's give or take. Like that could be a lot less. So it's looking like they're rolling that bitch out. And again, a lot of this has to do with the behavior at Complexcon. I've heard it gets hectic out there. People be fighting, pushing, which at the end of the day, like, I can't blame them, bruh. Like, all of those motherfuckers is businessmen. Hardly any of those motherfuckers is copping to put on feet. They all copping for the flip. And like I've always said, whenever you involve money in any type of particular situation, motherfuckers is gonna get nasty. So the hype behind it, I see why the hype is behind it. Someone told me, I believe, that the yellow version was going for upwards of 3K. Let's go ahead and do a quick look. Let's see. Who are we going to use? We're going to use StockX, of course, because that's what everyone else is using, StockX. And let's go with Diamond Dunk. Let's see if that yellow joint pops up. Diamond Dunk low. Okay, so the Tor, yeah, it is a Tor yellow. You see, this is why. This is why, folks. Although when you look at the actual Diamond Dunk low with the Tor yellow, and the swoosh is not, you know, misplaced to where you see the aqua, it's a trash shoe. It's just trash. Just yellow with that silver now. So it actually looks nice with that. Yo, someone wants fucking $1 million on the size 4, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Niggas is wildin'. Yeah. So, let's see. All the highest bid right now is for a size 10, 2,200. The last one sold for 3,140 bucks. So it's not looking like your boy getting them joints. So fuck it. Let's just move on. I ain't even gonna sit and dwell on it. We'll move on. But yes, the hype. That hype for that shoe is strictly based on money. It's not based on Diamond Dunk being back and Nicky Diamonds. Like, no offense to Nicky Diamonds, bro. I salute, because he's definitely in a position that I would love to be in. But no one is really going out for these shoes out of the love. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not like that no more. Before it used to be like that. You know, you maybe had half the line that was resellers, half the line that was people that was going for love. There ain't nobody going for love no more, man. Nobody. Everyone's going for the dollar. So that doesn't tell me that anything is dope. You know, it just says it's exclusive. So there's a money base behind it. But had you taken that Tour Yellow and it been a GR, had you copped it? If you're a Nike SB head, which one of the three, if not all three, would you have copped off the base of love? No exclusivity, no nothing. And I'm being 100% honest. I would have only copped the Tour joints, the Tour Yellow joints. And that's only because the swoosh is movable. So you could get that silver, that aqua, and the yellow. But had it just been the yellow with the fucking silver swoosh, it wouldn't have been a cop for me. Not at all. So I just wanted to touch on this whole Nike SB stuff with the Nike SB Diamond Dunks releasing new versions, 3 new versions. A lot of people were tagging me last week, so I kind of wanted to touch on it. I don't want to leave you guys out there with no sort of opinion on it. And some people tagged me on it on Twitter. I forgot who was that sent me a DM that asked me to touch on it. And that was the final straw. I was like, you know what? A lot of people have asked for my opinion on this, and that's what I'm here for, to give you guys my opinion if need be. So let me know down below in the comments how you feel about these new Diamond Dunk releases, especially if you're an SB head. Again, had you copped all 3? Had you copped one specific? And this is totally based on love. This is not based on resale. We already know what the resale is. We already know everyone's flipping. We already know that. Who cares? Based on the love, would you have copped any of them? And do you feel that any of them stand up to the OG? All right? Go ahead and leave your comments below. I appreciate everybody for watching. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Everybody stay up, stay fresh, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.